Okay, I'm doing a project for my African American Studies group, and I would just like to ask your opinion, your candid opinion, of a photo I'm going to show you. Has to do with African American culture and different styles of dress.
Hopefully you can see that. It's a little sunny.
Okay, so in that picture you see two African American young ladies, and their hairdress is multicolored.
Yes.
So I'm going to ask you, what's your perception of those two young ladies based on the photo?
Really, I see just freedom of self-expression, and I think that it's great. But obviously, I could understand why people would be opposed to seeing that. It is very vibrant and lively, but I think it's great. I don't think that there should be some sort of set rules for how you wear your hair. But I can obviously see, I think that my mom would probably differ in her opinion of how they're wearing their hair, just because she's much more conservative than I am. But I definitely understand why. I'd like, if I would want to wear my hair like that, I'd like to have the freedom, I guess. So that's how I would reply, I'd say.
Okay, thank you. So the next picture that I'm going to show you, you can see two young ladies with a hairstyle that you see a lot here in the South. And I'm going to ask you your opinion based on those photos, your perception of those ladies.
They don't look very professional, I suppose. Whether right or wrong, they certainly perpetuate stereotypes. And I don't know, I can't really make a character judgment other than they most likely are independently wealthy or don't have great jobs. Based on, probably can't go to work looking like that.
At the top, I don't know what to say about that. I would definitely stare at them. I mean, ew. I don't know what to say about those two girls right there. And those two guys. They probably just up to no good.
But you notice that those hairstyles and the way those guys are dressed, that's something that's really common here in Charleston, South Carolina. So you as an African American, if you think that, what do you think a Caucasian would think if they were to see these people in person?
Well, those two guys, they probably walk on the other side of the street for one thing and walk away from them. But the two girls, let's see, they would probably stare at them. Probably wouldn't think nothing different though, because they see a lot of black people with their hair
like that down here,
and have all those different colors.
So you're going to be a little bit different, but just the same thing. Just look at it and evaluate it, and just let me know, like, if you were to see these individuals on the street in everyday life, what you would think.
As far as the hairstyle is concerned, I think everybody has their own tastes in what they do. So, I don't have any particular concern with the way their hair is, and what she has going to. I don't have any particular opinion on how her hair is, but with hair like that, when you're in a certain environment, when you're in a certain circle, I think it would probably go over well. But when you get into say in a workplace or a place where you want somebody to really take you seriously, I think this may have a negative effect for them.
Right. Especially if you go for an interview, definitely no. But the guys,
the bottom picture,
that's a big no there.
Well, I don't like that at all, basically because, I think they're dressing based on what they have seen as far as celebrities and these rap singers and all. I think a style like that is great for them because this is what they do. They're making money from the way they are dressed. But I think that in society, I think that they need to do better and not wear their clothes in this manner.
Yeah, I interviewed plenty of people before you guys, and a lot of the comments that I got were, you know, if I saw them, I'd walk on the other side of the street, I'd feel threatened, I got thuggish, up to no good. So my point is, you know, if you get to know a person that dresses that way, like you said, you understand that that's just their personal style, whereas somebody else that might not be used to seeing that off the bat will automatically assume that they're a thug and up to no good. And I find that to be a problem because those hairstyles and the way these males are dressed is a huge part of Charleston culture. And, you know, people are judgmental about it. But I think it's important, like you said, to present yourself in an acceptable way in certain environments. So do you think that people that are kind of like judgmental and don't really understand, you know, the differences in black culture would be able to understand things like this better if they took an African American Studies course, or what do you think about that?
Well, I think that if they were to learn more about black culture, then they would understand what's going on.
You know, it's impressive, maybe, what they've got going on top of their heads, but you know, it's part of like a cultural thing that, like, I may not understand, like, why they do that, but I try not to base too much on, like, the way people are dressed. I like to actually speak a couple of words with them before I start judging them. And then these guys, I don't know, I would assume that they were up to no good.
Because of the way they're dressed, right?
Yeah, and the fact that they're walking towards these other guys that are all, like, standing on the corner that are like also comparably dressed in what seems to be maybe lower income housing.
So living in Charleston, I'm pretty sure that you've seen stuff like this before, because that's part of the culture down here.
Yeah.
So how do you feel about that?
You know,
like, what kind of things do you think when you see, like, a person with a hairstyle like that, or you see people dressed like that, besides, you know, the fact that, you know, they're up to no good? Like, does it...
No, I mean, it doesn't like speak to what kind of person I really feel like they are. You know, it's just something that I'm used to seeing, and I don't know. You know, I mean, I wouldn't see them and assume anything about them, but I would also, like, things that pop into my mind is like, where do you go to work with your hair looking like this? You know?
And once again, be completely honest.
Ghetto. She got a grill. I mean, the different hairstyle. It's just not right. I mean, these two walking down the street, pants sagging. And it looks kind of hot outside with these big hot clothes on they got. It's just, I mean, he got boots, he got wolves. I can't really see, but I know they're black, so.
So what do you think about them, besides the fact that they might be overdressed because it's hot outside?
I guess they want to be thugs.
So if you're saying this, how do you think that white people would perceive, you know, people that wear their hair like that, or people dressed like that? How do you think that they would perceive them?
Not intelligent.
Okay, and the next photo I'm showing you is two African American women, look to be maybe in their teens, and one of them has gold teeth in her mouth. The other one is wearing hoop earrings, and they both have multicolored hair. So, based on that photo, what is your perception of those young ladies?
I don't think of them as professional women. Actually, they look like they could be mother and daughter. They don't both look like teens to me. So the older one, to me, should know better. You won't get a professional job. If they were to come to me for a job, based on just their outward appearance, I wouldn't hire them. The gold teeth are not professional at all. All the gold chains, big hoop gold earrings. You can wear big hoop gold earrings, but in a professional, if you wear it professionally, with a suit, hair neatly done, it would make a difference. But if these two young ladies were to approach me, even though I work in child care, for a position, based on their first appearance, I wouldn't hire them.